Hey, welcome guys to the channel. It's Robin here with Oracle Rising. How's it going? Thanks for joining me, guys. So I wanted to talk about something quickly that happens a lot. You can see it on social media. You can see it in the workplace, just in groups of friends. And I'm talking about gossiping. So some people might consider gossiping a great pastime. And I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, Steel Magnolias. I think it's Olivia de Havilland's character that says, well, if you don't have anything nice to say, sugar, you better come sit beside me. Okay, but that's cute and everything, but gossiping is sort of it's not nice. So let's have a look at 5 reasons why people should stop gossiping. And if you're gossiping, please listen here. So gossiping can lead to mistrust. Like if you have a friend that always comes to you with somebody else's juicy secret, like, do you really think they're keeping your secrets? And vice versa. If somebody comes to you and you start going like, oh, and I heard about so-and-so, they're going to probably think that they can't trust you. And it's just this vicious circle of mistrust and people just continuing on and on and on. It's such a domino effect. So the second point I have here, guys, is it's a low level energy activity. Do you know what I mean? So the levels of energy starts with hate and works its way up, and I can't remember them all, so excuse moi. And then we end up at love. And where do you think that gossip would fit in there? It's probably around, like, I don't know if it's hate, but it's anger and fear, and people can gossip because they're jealous of other people. You know, if somebody got promoted, people could stand around and say, well, oh, I don't really think they deserve that. Or, you know, people win the lottery and people just go crazy. And then if you look at all this like fake news that's going on right now, it's so low level and it's just done to create a stir, right? It's just causing a commotion. So I really try to stay away from it, you know. And you can just sort of excuse yourself from a conversation. Just say, oh, you know what, I have another call coming in, or oh, look at the time, I have to go. Or you can just flat out say, I'm not going to be part of this conversation. Depends on who you are and like what kind of exit strategy you favor. So the third one is really important. And this one I value quite a bit. So if you cannot say something to somebody's face, then you should not be saying it behind their back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take any courage at all to talk about somebody behind their back. It takes zero courage. You know, you can talk about anybody. If you want to go and look somebody in the eye and say, oh yeah, I think you suck at your job. I don't think you're a very nice person. You're a horrible parent, like whatever it is that you've got to say. Your ass looks fat in those jeans, whatever. Then go do that. You know, like don't post some shady social media status and then have everybody that you know comment and try to guess who you're talking about. It's not cool. You know, I really want to say this is kind of high school behavior, but even in high school, I just don't think it's not pure. Do you know what I mean? And honestly, guys, I used to do this before I had a bit of a spiritual awakening myself, and I'm not really proud of some of the things I've said and done, but that's another video. Okay, so the fourth reason to stop gossiping is mean. It's just mean. Like, how many people, comment below, you guys, have walked into a room and you just get the feeling that everyone's talking about you. Or you overhear people talking about you, and how did that make you feel? So maybe think about that the next time you feel like you really want to share a juicy secret, or just sort of join in a conversation about somebody. What if it was you that people were talking about? Like, I had an instance, I think I was in grade 4 or grade 5, and I left the room, and like we were bus students, so we had to lunch in the classroom. So I went to use the facilities, and I came back, and the whole, like, everybody that was sitting there was talking about me and killing themselves laughing. And like, I was shattered. Like, I really thought all these people were my friends, and then I still had to go sit with them, right? So it's just so mean. So really keep that in mind, you guys. You know, if you want to be a mean person, then I guess go for it. But if you're trying to be a nicer person and follow your ascension path and sort of break out of the matrix, like it's something to avoid, like causing pain and suffering to other people. So, and the fifth and final point I have here, guys, is that it can ruin reputations. And, you know, it's kind of like that telephone game that somebody says something to somebody and then they pass it on, and it tends to sort of pick up steam and details, and things are so far from the truth you don't even know what the truth is anymore. You can't handle the truth, sorry guys, but do you know what I mean? And it just and it could just be really salacious and dirty and not even the truth anymore. You can think of so many cases like in social media and in the news where, you know, things are just not true, but they're being published anyway. So really keep that in mind. Like, you really shouldn't be tarnishing other people's reputation. It's not our job. It should be the furthest thing from your job. Like, if you don't want to associate with somebody, don't, but try not to drag them in the mud while you do it either. I can think of I mean, there's certain people that do deserve it, you know, but I won't go into that because I think that's also an additional video. There's a difference between exploiting somebody's truth and uncovering the truth. Do you know what I mean? I hope that made sense. But anyway, let me know your examples, guys, if this has ever happened to you. And I just wanted to send everybody massive amounts of love and light and many blessings. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you back here another time for another talk. Bye.